Now, yeah. So Andy, hello. You're training hard again after the surgery. Tell us a bit about your stay in Spain when you were 15-year-old.
Yeah, it was a great experience for me. I always say it's one of the best decisions that I ever made. I learned a lot of things there. I learned discipline. I learned how to work hard. You know, I used to play maybe 5 or 6 hours every week in Scotland before I went to Spain, but when I went to the academy, I mean, I was practicing 4 or 5 hours a day, and it just made a huge difference. You know, I was also able to do school there. I learned a different culture. Normally I would have my dinner in the evening at 5 o'clock, and we were eating dinner at 9, 10 o'clock. It was a big change. But I made some of my best friends from there and learned a lot about tennis and life, so it was a really good move for me.
How did you get in ASC?
Well, I knew that if I wanted to keep playing tennis and to try and compete and get, you know, to become a professional, I needed to move from Scotland. So I went to look at a few different academies. I went to Spain, and the Sanchez was the one I liked the most. I had one friend there, a couple of people that I knew before I went, which helped a little bit. But like I said, I ended up making some great friends there, so that was how I made the decision.
Good, and I remember you were dreaming a lot. You remember about your dreams?
My dreams?
Yes.
Well, at the academy?
No, like I remember when we first played and so on, I asked you, and you always had huge goals and expectations.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I was lucky I saw Rafa and Nadal a lot. We played against each other when we were like 14, 15 years old, and you know, he was the best player at that age, and you know, I was asking questions about training in Spain and what it was like, and you know, he was telling me he got to practice with guys like Carlos Moya from a young age, and that was when I decided I wanted to go over to Spain. And then once I was there, you know, I had very high goals. I wanted to try and achieve really good things, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for, you know, the training that I did in Spain, because like I say, I learned a lot there. I obviously practiced with you a few times. I beat you quite a few times as well. Which
almost every time. And
but,
what about on the personal side? What it brought you on the personal side?
I think the most important thing that I learned was discipline. You know, I learned how to work hard. You know, so we had to get up at the same time every morning. You know, train 5, 6 days a week. You know, even when you were tired, you know, the coaches always got me out on the court to practice, and it wasn't always easy. I learned to be away from my home. I had to become more sort of independent as well. I learned to look after myself a little bit better, and no, it taught me a lot of valuable lessons.
How will you describe ASC in like one word or one sentence? What is the most it took for you? Like one word.
For me, it was just an opportunity to become a professional player. That's what they gave me. They gave me an opportunity.
And if you will have to say to someone that a young kid that wants to make it with you, what will you tell them? What advice will you give to all these kids?
I think when you're young, most important thing is to have fun. I think that's the most important thing. And then once you start to get a little bit older, if you decide you want to play professionally, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, and that would be the best advice I'd be able to give.
Well, thank you, Andy. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Can you say hello to all the students from the academy?
Yeah.
Like.
Hi to all of the students from the academy. Hope you're having a great time training there. It's a fantastic place, so hope you're having a great time, and maybe I'll come see you soon. Thanks.
Thank you, Andy. Great. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Where is Danny? I want to do the same to him.